Good afternoon, everybody. It is December 26th, the day after Christmas, and I had a thought a couple days ago. I realized I've never done just a full playthrough of a full game of small ball before, so here I am. I don't have my dice towers yet, as it's been well documented. The dice towers are lost somewhere in the USPS, but I do have my dice box here, so I'm going to go ahead and just play a full game of small ball. I'm not going to talk about the rules too much, but if something comes up, I may mention something. But here goes a full game of small ball. So I'm going to be playing as both teams today, and I'll just sort of do a simulation of a game, kind of trying to play for both teams, and we'll see what happens. All right, so let's start with our away team, and they will bat first. All right, we got a strikeout. There's a ground out. And we've got a strikeout there. So it's a 1-2-3 inning to start off. We're going to start with the number 4 batter next inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Here comes the home team. Starts with a strikeout. There's a base hit, first hit of the game. And here comes the number 3 batter with a runner on first. That's a strikeout as well. And the cleanup hitter. Cleanup gets a fly out, and that's the end of the inning. So 1 hit, no runs. Go to the top of the second. We got number 4 for the away team. There's a ground out. There's a single. And we've got number 6 coming up. I might steal a base. And that's a stolen base. We'll go to second base. Here comes number 6. And that's a strikeout. Here comes number 7. We got a runner on second with 2 outs. And it's a strikeout as well. So pitchers are dominating so far in this game. As we move to the bottom of the second, it is 0-0. We got the number 5 batter on the home team. And there's a leadoff double. That's pretty exciting. So let's see. What do we want to do here? We will go ahead and let the number 6 hit. And he strikes out. Let's go ahead and let number 7 hit as well. Ooh, he flies out. Now, in this particular case, we assume that the fly out does not allow for the runner to go from second to third, so that's nobody there. All right, well, we've got number 8 and number 9 coming up, so we're going to try something here. We're going to go ahead and try and steal third base. All right, we get the stolen base there. And then we're actually going to go ahead and sacrifice with our number 8 batter. So rather than swing, we're going to go ahead and do the sacrifice. Oh, but I got the K instead, so that's what happens sometimes. So that's the end of the inning, and the runner who got the leadoff double is stranded, so that's a bummer. All right. So we can go to the top of the third. No score. Here comes our number 8 batter. And a leadoff single, okay. Number 9 is my pitcher. Pitcher's got a lot of strikeouts. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice. Let's say maybe a bunt. Whoops, let's get it back in the box. And the sacrifice was successful, so the pitcher will go to the out column, and this runner will go to second. All right, top of the order, runner on second, 1 out. Okay, there's a fly out. Now we got 2 outs, runner on second, and a strikeout. So, again, another runner stranded at second base. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the third, no score yet. Here comes number 9 for the home team. And it's a fly out. That's a ground out. And we got a double. Okay, we got 2 outs with the number 3 batter coming up. I think I'm just going to go for it. Oh, look at that. We got another double, so he comes around. He goes to second, and there's our first run of the game. Now, I've got 2 outs and a run scored, as you know, in the game small ball. If you get to 3 outs, you don't get any of your runs, so I'm going to go ahead and stop right here and take my 1 run. So that is the end of that inning, and we've got somebody on the board. It is 1-0 home team, and we move to the top of the fourth. Here comes the away team. All right, leadoff single. Now we've got our cleanup hitter coming up. I'm going to go ahead and execute a hit and run. Hit and run, if I get a hit, the runner's going to go from first to third. If he gets a single, he goes first to third. If he gets a double, the runner's going to come around and score. If I get a ground out, we're going to assume that the position players are out of position. This guy still goes first to third, and the batter actually gets on base on the ground out. Now, if he hits into a flyout or a strikeout, that is a double play. So here comes the hit and run. Runner is in motion. All right, so I got a double. Awesome. So this guy's going to go around here, and he actually goes first to home on the hit and run. All right, so we got a run scored with no outs. That was a well-timed point to put on the hit and run. Okay, we got a walk for the number 5 batter, so we got 2 on and no out. Away team is threatening. Here's a strikeout. Here comes the number 7. And he got a single as well, so here we go. We got bases loaded with 1 out. Now, the risk that I take here is that with my number 8 batter coming up, if he were to hit into a ground out, that would be a double play, and I would lose my run here. So I've got a decision to make. I could either roll and try to get a hit and knock a guy in. I could go for a sacrifice, maybe like a sacrifice fly, or I could stop here with my run. So I'm going to go ahead and try a sacrifice. That way, there's no way I'm going to have a double play. All right, so he does get the sacrifice. So this run scores. He becomes an out, and I'm going to go ahead and stop right here and take those 2 runs. So put all these guys back, and then we'll recap the score here. All right. So after 3.5 innings, it is 2-1 away team. Here comes your home team. Leadoff double. There's that leadoff double again. Here comes number 5. And there's another double. Look at that. Another back-to-back double. So we've got a run scored. Runs seem to be coming now. All right, there's another single. 3 hits in a row. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and steal another base so I can avoid the opportunity of getting that double play. So let's try this. I'm going to steal first, second. You cannot steal home in this game. All right, there's my stolen base. So the double play is out of effect. Here comes number 7. Number 7 strikes out. Probably the worst thing you could do in that situation. Here comes number 8. Number 8 also strikes out. Yikes. Okay, so in this particular case, we got 2 outs, 2 runners on, and we have a run scored. Unfortunately, I'm going to stop. This looked like it was going to be a big inning, but turns out it was not. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 1 run and just be happy with that. All right, so we move to the top of the 5th. It is 2-2. We got a tied game going on here. All right, ground out. And it's a strikeout. And the number 2 batter. That's a strikeout as well. There's a 1-2-3. Away team goes down quietly in the top of the 5th. Here's the bottom of the 5th. Home team is starting with their number 9 batter, which would typically be your pitcher. And look at that. The pitcher gets a base hit. St. Louis Cardinals, we like to do this when the pitcher gets a hit. All right, so we got top of the order. We got a runner on first. This might be a great time for another hit and run. Let's see what happens. And he got a walk, so it didn't really matter. Okay, we got 2 on and no outs. Here comes a number 2 batter. There's another single. All right, so we got bases loaded with the number 3 coming up. I'm going to go ahead. It is the 5th inning. I never think it's too early to use a pinch hitter in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and use my on-base pinch hitter. So with an on-base pinch hitter, I'm going to cross that out to show that I've used that. An on-base pinch hitter, if he were to roll a strikeout, that strikeout would become a base hit. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Oh, but he rolled a ground out. Definitely the worst case scenario in this case. So he does hit into a double play. Both of these guys are out, but the runners do move ahead. Now, I understand in a real baseball game that may not always happen, but generally speaking in this game, the rule is when there's a ground out, all other runners advance. So those runners do actually move on the ground out, even though it was a double play. So I guess in a sense it wasn't all for nothing. So I did score a run there, and I've got 2 outs, a runner on third. Well, it's a tie game, And I've got my number 4 batter coming up. Now here's an interesting rule. Whoops, let me fix my camera again. So here's an interesting rule in this game. It's called running on contact. When you have 2 outs and you have a runner already scored, if you were to get a hit, all runners would advance 1 additional base. So that might be a possibility, but now I'm kind of realizing also there's just a runner at third, so 1 additional base isn't going to do me any good. If my number 4 batter gets a hit, it's going to knock this runner in regardless. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop, actually. I'm going to take that run, and I'll start with my cleanup hitter next inning. So running on contact kind of sounded like a good idea, possibly, but since it was a runner on third and not on first or second, this makes more sense. All right, top of the 6th. It is 3-2, home team. Heart of the order coming up for the away team. And they start with a K. There's a fly out. Heart of the order on the away team is having a rough day today. And there's a ground. There's another 1-2-3 inning for the away team. All right, here comes the home team, starting off with the cleanup hitter. There's a ground out. There's a base hit. And we'll just go ahead and swing away. And it's a strikeout. And here comes number 7. That's another base hit, so we got 2 on and 2 out. Number 8 is coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and try a double steal. Well, you know what? I take that back. I'm not going to do a double steal. Everybody knows don't make your third out at third base, so let's not do that. Let's go ahead and swing away. And it's a ground out anyway. So that was that. All right, we go top of the 7th. It is still 3-2 home team. Still a lot of baseball to be played here. Here's a number 6 batter. Starts with a fly out. Followed by another fly out and number 8. That's a strikeout. Another 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 7th, we're getting close to the end of the game, and we still have some pinch hitters to be used, so this could be a pretty exciting end to the game. So let's go ahead and start with the number 9. There's a strikeout. Number 1. Here's a base hit. Let's go ahead and steal a base so we avoid the double play. Oh, not good. Caught stealing. Okay. That does happen every once in a while. All right, we got 2 outs. And there's a grounded. Okay, so that was a little bit of a rally killer. Top of the 8th. All right, we're starting with the number 9 batter, and I'm going to try something a little bit interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and use my on-base pinch hitter for my number 9 batter. So when you use the on-base pinch hitter, what that means is any strikeout becomes a single. I think we used that earlier on the home team, so I apologize for saying that again. But let's see what happens. All right, it gets a base hit on his own anyway. So now we got something cooking here. Top of the order, 1 on, no outs. Let's go ahead and swing away. Ooh, strikeout. Number 2 batter. He gets a single as well. So now we've got our number 3 batter coming up. Now here's an interesting thought. Here's an idea of what to do here. We're going to go ahead and use... Gosh, this is a tough decision. Do we want to use it now? It's now or never. All right, we're going to use it. We're going to use our pinch hit power. So on a pinch hit power, if you get a hit, the hit goes up. You get plus 2 bases. So if you look at our batter here, he does have a double. So if I were to hit a double with this number 3 batter, that would be a home run. That's the only way you can hit a home run in this game, is to use the pinch hit power and then roll a double. There are no triples, no home runs on the die. So here we go. Big moment here. And he rolls the ground out, which is a double play, which ends the inning. Yikes. Hate to see that happen, but no crying in baseball, right? All right, there we go. Bottom of the 8th. So the blue team is unfortunately out of pinch hitters. The red team still has, or the home team still has, 1 pinch hitter to use. So there's a fly out. I'm going to go ahead and use my pinch hit power on my number 4 batter, knowing that he's got 2 doubles on his dice, so 2 opportunities for a home run. And he draws a walk instead. Here comes number 5. He strikes out, and number 6, whoops. Number 6 strikes out as well. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Down by 1 run. Sorry, top of the 9th. My apologies. Top of the 9th. But if the away team does not score here, the home team doesn't have to bat in the bottom of the 9th, obviously, because they have the lead. So here we go. Starting with the number 4 batter. Could he get something going here for the away team in the bottom, or in the top of the 9th? Starts with a strikeout. Bummer. Number 4 batter for the blue team is having a rough day. There's a walk. All right, let's steal base. All right, that is a stolen base. So here we go. We got a runner in scoring position. Here comes number 6. Ooh, it's getting interesting now. Number 6 just rolled a single, so we've got a runner on third with number 7 coming up. Number 7's going to go for a sacrifice fly. If he can sacrifice fly this in, we got a tie ball game, folks. There it is, the sacrifice fly. He scores. He goes to the out. I'm going to stop right there. That's a tie ball game. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. So they tie it in the top of the 9th to make us go to the bottom of the 9th. Red team is at the bottom of their order, so everybody has extinguished their pinch hitters. Now, if we go into extra innings, everybody gets 1 pinch hitter back. So let's see what happens. Oops, let me move that. And he starts off with a single. Okay. Let's steal a base. All right, there's a stolen base. Here comes number 8. Number 8 flies out. Number 9, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice that runner over. If we can. Oof, strikeout. That is a bummer. All right, here comes top of the order. Runner on second. And he grounds out. And that is the end of the inning. Folks, we are going to extra innings. Now that is pretty exciting. So we're going to go ahead and move this up to the top of the 10th. I think we're down here. All right, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and reactivate one of the pinch hitters for both these teams. Since I'm playing on behalf of both teams, I'm going to go ahead and choose the on base for both of them. That's kind of my favorite one. Even though the power is the only way to hit a home run, on base actually really helps you quite a bit. All right, here we go. Top of the 10th. Starting with the bottom of the order here. That is a strikeout. That is also a strikeout. And that is a flyout. So the away team goes quietly in the top of the 10th. Here's the bottom of the 10th. Ground out. There's another ground out. And number 4 batter. A double. Okay, so we got a runner on second. 2 outs. We're going to try something crazy here. We're going to try to steal a base. It's a crazy time to do it. He gets caught stealing. Rough. All right, there's the end of the inning. Every baseball coach in history is yelling at me for making the 3rd out at third base. But, hey, sometimes you got to go for it. All right, here we go. Going to the top of the 11th. Haven't had too many games in extra innings, but I'm excited to have one here right now for you. Here we go. Number 2 batter. Starts off with a strikeout. There's a flyout. And a double. Okay. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'm going to make the 3rd out at third base. We're going to... Now he can't score... can't score a run with the number 5. Oh, I'm sorry. The number 5 does have a double. He does have a double on his board there, so I'm going to go ahead and use my on base just to avoid the strikeout. Here we go. And he grounds out. So that's that. Not my best move there, but sometimes you got to be aggressive. Bottom of the 11th. Here's a single to lead it off. We'll steal a base to try to avoid the double play. All right, stolen base. All right, runner in scoring position. Bottom of the order. Ooh, there's a single. You know what that means. We're going to go ahead and try and sacrifice here. We got runners in first and third with no outs. We're going to try to make the sacrifice. And he strikes out trying to sacrifice. Well, you know what? We're going to try a sacrifice again. Whatever we can do to get this runner in. Here comes the number 8 batter. And he strikes out again. I can't believe it. Struck out. Oh my goodness. Struck out 2 guys in a row trying to sacrifice here. Wow. Okay, well, we got no other choice. I just have to go ahead and swing away with number 9. That's unbelievable. I've never had that happen in the game ever. 2 failed sacrifices in a row. Yikes. And he strikes out. Wow, what a missed opportunity that was. Goodness gracious. Fundamentals, guys. All right, here we go. Top of the 12th. Somehow this game is still going. Unbelievable. There's a leadoff double. All right. These guys need to score a run here. It's some way possible. So we're going to go ahead and let's try to steal a base. All right, stolen base. So here's what we're going to do. Hopefully the away team is better at sacrificing. So we're going to actually go ahead and try a sacrifice here. He strikes out as well. Unbelievable. 3 failed sacrifices in a row. All right, number 8's going to try to sacrifice. I can't believe it. 4 straight failed sacrifices. For those of you who don't know, 4 out of the 6 sides are sacrifices and 2 are Ks. Wow, law of averages there. Okay, well, we're in the exact same position the red team was. And it's a flyout. Oh my goodness. I have to say I've never played a game like this in my life. That many failed sacrifices. Unbelievable. All right, bottom of the 12th. Here we go. Top of the order for the red team. And they still have their pinch hitter on base. Gosh, I didn't even realize that earlier. Ooh. I should have used that for my number 9 hitter last inning. Oh boy. Totally blew that one as the manager. Did not realize I had my pinch hitter on base. Oh well. There's a walk to lead it off. Number 2 has 2 strikeouts. All right, we're going to use it right here. Gosh, I'm kicking myself for not using it last inning. All right, he gets a single. We got 2 on. Number 3 batter coming up. There's the single. All right, here we go. So we got bases loaded. Cleanup hitter coming up. Basically, no matter what he rolls here, outside of a strikeout, he's going to score a run and win the game. Cleanup hitter only has 1 strikeout, so there's a 5 in 6 chance the game is over here. But as we've seen this game, anything could happen. And it did. There's the strikeout. Oh my goodness. That's unbelievable. This is the wildest game I think I've ever played. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and try the sacrifice again. And there it is, folks. The game is over. Run scores. He goes to the out. Home team wins 4-3 in 12 innings. So I got to tell you, that was one of the wackiest games of small ball I've ever played. And I'm glad you were here to see it. That was a lot of fun. I hope to be able to do a few more playthroughs with our new dice tower when they show up. With our new dice towers when they show up. I'm going to keep one for myself, and I've also got some dice towers I need to ship out to some folks. So Anyway, thanks for following this wild game. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a bunch of fun playing this game, and I'll see you guys next time.